Oh yeah, I already got everything. Oh, and the perk point. Nope. Oh, that's better. Bonus dialogue skills when you have no companions in your party. I'll take that one. And what's the missions? So weapons from the void and this one. Yeah, so I need to go back. And actually select one of these. Region. Fast travel. Mostly cleared this area, so...
Why was I built to feel ennui?
A quiet danger sign.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Never mind.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Got a minute to talk.
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Didn't help the less Captain much.
I assure you, not for a lack of trying. Captain Hawthorne did not like to listen to my suggestions. In that way, he was a lot like you. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Yeah, that's all I have for now. Don't really care. Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. A groundbreaker.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever...
This is
Wait.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers?
Oh wait, do I have enough points?
Talk to your local manager about applying for military training.
No, it requires 60. I should actually try to get the lockpicking skill to 60. Oh wait, you can't go back. At least not the same way. Oh, why am I going? Oh, I feel like an idiot. Always forget that there's a door here.
This is Donkey Route 4, a CCN 76 York Chocolate.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
I investigated that distress signal from Roseway.
What's that? Speak up now.
What the secrets you asked me to look out for?
What'd you turn up?
Got a toothpaste formula, but then I've unfound it.
Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you.
Acquired some research on a Raptidon mask, but I found another buyer.
A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a patch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught.
Oh, so I should have just taken all of it and brought it to her. Found a prototype weapon schematic from Force, but I lost it.
Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here. Darnation.
I think that's it.
It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime.
Oh well. I'll buy the Celebrate key and an F key.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
That's straight.
I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Oh, a lot of stuff is locked. Light pistol Mark II. That was way more damage. Yeah, I don't need the other ones. Oh, I have a massive discount.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
What kind of business have you and Gladys got running?
Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up.
Business, what do you and Gladys do here?
Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end.
I'm standing right here.
Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years.
Forget
Huh.
it.
Now that I heard.
You do business with the promenade merchants.
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
How's life on Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
You meant a sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
How does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
I'll be on my way. Let's see. Will we be able to get that one? Let's get this one. Salvager.
Stampede pancake mix. Now we're
Stoplight.
Seriously,
See what trouble I can get myself into.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
How do you know?
Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're the Sublight employee?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
I should go. Open.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Let's just go with my name's Zero, Captain of the Unreliable.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Get to the point, Hagen.
I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch. If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I can get into Stellar Bay. Tell me about the job.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
So I'm going after Alta Vitae gas. What exactly is that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
I'll take the job.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Understood.
You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Space crime continuum. Probably shouldn't try to pick lockpick through here.
recipe near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Well, off to a new world.
Drizzles purple berry crunch, caramel flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
That's just heavy ammo. Wait, there's a thing here. Music box, weapon parts, and bits.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wellens?
Multiple screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
I should have started.
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
I have some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Alright, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Monarch. Warning, dangerous. So I can go 2 places. Wait a minute. I'm actually able to access that for some reason. Oh, it's this guy. Don't really use him. Journal. With space crime continuum. Yeah, so I need to go to Stellar Bay. Not a warning dangerous area.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Well, that's a way of almost killing yourself. Apparently you can just fall off that.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
They put in a few gunships to scare me.
Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I prefer to travel discreetly, if you know what I mean.
Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please.
Don't make me tell you twice.
Hey, easy. I won't stop you. Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends, what is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
This present sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Let's see. So I need to go to the other side.
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always great.
On the other side of the wall. So why can you get in here? Plasma carbine. Is that it? It's not even a special one. Would make more sense if it was a pristine version. It just has a control panel. Nobody in here. So where's the marker? There it is. Oh, it's behind this. Bloody notes. Stella Bay Rubens. That's some high security.
Wrap musk and painted eyes, right here.
Please, what's up?
Oh wait, I need to go back. Oh, that's gonna take a minute. That's on the other side of the map.
My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Your child is missing? Where did you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Did you say there was a reward involved in this request?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
What are those? Oh, Raptidon spitters. Oh, they're not willing to die. I'm burning. That really takes a while. Doesn't really do much damage. To my health at least. Most you have to do, I completely out heal it. Oh, hello. Open that one. Oh, missed. So why is one called a spitter and the other one is not? They both spit. That doesn't make sense. Bubble spaceship. Oh, that's a lot. Outher. The skelly with the top hat. That's called a top hat. But it is funny. That's empty. What's this? Light ammo? Don't really use light ammo. At this point I mostly use the energy weapons. A stalker. Oh, he's taking a beating. Oh, that guy's hitbox was in the way. At least the meat is still worth something. So I need to go over that way.